What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Oh, let me turn the music down. Welcome back to another knee-jerk stream. Although the game week hasn't finished, it's going to be like this for most of the season, I think, with them trying to draw out the games onto a Monday. So all the games are finished apart from two. So we've got Brighton versus West Brom. I was trying to remember what the games were then. And obviously, Spurs away to Burnley. It's been a rubbish week for most people. I'm not saying everyone has had a bad week. But a lot of people have. It's one of those weeks where we can pull out the cliches. It's a good week to have a bad week so far. I'm having a particularly awful week. I'm on 13 points. I'm just going to quickly update the graphic in a sec. Say you were wrong about Bamford. Well, to be fair, I did say after the Man City game, I kind of, not completely changed my mind, but I did say he was getting a lot of chances and that might do him okay. So, luckily, there's video evidence of me saying that. I have to go and find it. But yeah, I'm still not bringing in Bamford. Not just yet. But a hat-trick. I mean, one of the finishes, I think it was the second goal finish. So good. I'm just going to update my rank a second. When I can figure out what the hell it is. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. The funny thing was, I was about 50 odd points away from the top 10k, and I've scored 13 points, and I'm only about 60 or 70 away from it, I think. So I've dropped quite a lot rank wise, but in terms of actual points, I don't think it's actually that bad. I still have 5 players to play. I mean, in the end, I would rather have bloody Basuma coming on instead of James Rodriguez. He did absolutely nothing today, including Everton as a whole. So yeah, it's been rubbish. It's laggy for me, the street. Yeah, internet's not looking good. I don't know why. It's all over the place tonight. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. This is a bad one, just like my hair. Not looking good either. Can't believe Barnes' pick was this bad. Yeah, he has not done well. City player. Let's see what people are chatting about. City players too expensive. Yeah, they're not looking good right now, are they? You've got to leave. I don't. Honestly, people are so knee-jerky. You've got to leave the obsession with Mo. I was going to captain Son, but I listened to you. First of all, make your own decisions. Second of all, Salah scored 6 goals this season. What's the obsession? He's a great player who nearly scored, by the way. In millimetres offside, and he hit the post. On another day, it could have been a double-digit haul. Okay, this guy's doing me head in. Will, how's it going? 23 points to 24 on the bench. That was a nightmare. Rodriguez coming on, kept Bamford on the bench. Wow, why have people got Bamford benched? You must have such good front eights. Still have Kane and Son. Yeah, a lot of people can have Kane and Son. I looked around my rank. Kane is more than 100% owned, so it's not even going to be that good for me if he does well. Time to admit it, you got it wrong on Zaha. What do people want me to say? Yeah, I don't get everything right. So yeah, I got it wrong on Zaha. But I mean, if I say I got it wrong, I still wouldn't have brought him in for this run of games. Okay, he did well against Fulham. Let's see what he does against Wolves and Leeds, Burnley, Newcastle, West Brom. It's a good run of fixtures. Like I said, if people want to bring him in. But I'm still not looking to do it right now. Happy birthday, Liam. 24th birthday. I hope you got more points than your birthday age. Although for most people, they probably didn't. Is the stream lagging? It's lagging, yes. There's nothing I can do about it. It sucks. It's all over the place tonight. No reason for it. Just the way it is sometimes. I will check the missus isn't watching Netflix though, which shouldn't affect it too badly. How can you play FIFA without internet? FIFA's not too bad. I play it when no one else is doing anything, but yeah, it's not too bad. Sufa, decent shout, 2 assists in 3 games. I thought he was quite attacking. Yeah, I thought he looked pretty good, to be honest. I wouldn't want him this week against Liverpool, but perhaps after that could be decent. This is my team so far. I'll bring it up. So I'm literally on 13 points from 6 players. So Martinez with 3, Trent with 2, Grealish with 1, Salah with 4, captain, and Calvert-Lewin with 1 as well because he got a yellow card right at the game, right at the end of the game. I've still got 5 to play, and to be fair, they got pretty good fixtures. So I'm hoping Spurs can get something. I mean, I'm really just hoping for a bloody clean sheet for Spurs, so Reguilon gets me some points because Sice has been pretty frustrating so far. And Lamptey and Maupay, there's got to be points in this for them against West Brom. Surely. Like West Brom just not good going forward. And Maupay for a 50-point week. You never know, right? If you had to choose again between Dallas and Ayling, who would it be? I mean, long-term, probably Ayling. I think Dallas is okay for now. How many points would I take? As long as I get a green arrow, whatever points I need to get a green arrow. Seriously, the internet's winding me up. It's literally, I can see it now going like up and down, up and down. It's fine 1 minute, then it's awful. Will, front seven, Grealish, Salah, Son, Foden, Rodriguez, CL. Who's CL? Calvert-Lewin and Kane. Yeah, no, it's good. It's just obviously you've got an expensive bench with Bamford. At least you didn't have Luca Dean. Yeah, I mean, I sold him last week on Wildcard. Got pretty lucky there. Some people talking about the red card being rescinded. I don't see it, to be honest. I think the chat has frozen again. That's awful. Don't get why that keeps happening. I need to find something else to put there because I can't bother with the chat freezing every time. Yeah, Luca Dean. Look, I think it was an accident, but I don't think it's going to get overturned. Like, you can't do that to a player. Have Grealish, Salah, Sterling. It's been a long weekend. Yeah, I mean, the Leeds game was annoying because Grealish came so close to points on a couple. Like, it's just been the story of the weekend, right? Grealish came close, Salah came close. Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin, to be honest, were rubbish. Liverpool lost a clean sheet. It probably shouldn't have been a penalty. I don't know. It was all just. It's just been a weird weekend of FPL, and I think the way the FPL is at the moment, where there's like a game on, one game and the next game and the next game, it just makes it worse when there's a bad week. Obviously, when it's a good week, it's great, but weeks like this, it's like torture. But the funny thing is, like, I look at my team for next week. I have 2 free transfers, and I genuinely have no clue what move I'm making. There's moves I could make. So I could just get rid of Reguilon for Chilwell. Maybe that's a long-term move that I want to do. But he's got Brighton at home. I've got more pay. Maybe I could move him on to Antonio early. But Antonio's got Liverpool away, all right? I'm taking out one striker versus defender for another one. I don't want to get rid of Grealish. James Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin. The annoying thing about them are they're going to be missing Luca Dean. They're missing Richarlison. They could be missing Coleman still. They're missing Gomez. Rodriguez himself didn't look fully fit at the end of the game. Hopefully he'll be okay. There's a lot of players out for Everton at the moment. But the fixtures are really good. Sometimes not making moves is good. Yeah, but it feels like a waste when I got 2 free transfers. Like if I had 1 free transfer, easy decision. I would just bank it and just go into next week. Yeah, Maupay to Antonio is the one. The only thing is, originally, this is the thing, I'm kind of a bit all over the place. Originally, the idea was to keep Maupay and do Kane to Antonio and upgrade a midfielder to Sterling, but I can't get rid of Kane before Game Week 8, even though Antonio has Fulham, because Kane has West Brom away, and he's probably going to be my captain. So maybe I do Maupay to Antonio, then if I still do that Kane downgrade along the road, maybe I just get Maupay or whichever, 6.6, 6.5 million forward or less in then. Maybe just switch it up a bit. But yeah, Maupay to Antonio might be the one. Yeah, Mitchell to Kilman is another one. I don't know if Kilman's nailed. What we really need to see is Sice or Kilman start with Marçal. And then we know. And then we'll know. I think it's way too early to say that Kilman is first choice. Like, people will say that Sice had been playing left wing back. They didn't want to change the system at the back mid-game. It could be that Kilman gets benched next time. Sice goes left back or left centre back. And Marçal plays left wing back. I don't... fair enough if you 100% think that Kilman's now completely nailed, but I wouldn't necessarily like to make that decision. And it's actually a bit annoying for me. I wish I knew he was nailed. Mitchell not nailed. Yeah, but I'm not really relying on Mitchell, to be honest. Double up on Wolves' defence looks okay for a couple of fixtures, but then, yeah, it's tricky. What have you used so far? Just wildcard. I wildcarded last week. Yeah, chip-wise, just wildcard. I wildcarded last week, so I didn't use the free transfer this week. Like Rodriguez, Zaha, Grealish, Zaha, it's just not moves I want to make. Magnus Carlsen brought Kilman in as a wild card. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have too, right? There's not really a huge risk in getting Kilman on a wild card if you've got him instead of Mitchell, because if he doesn't play, fair enough. It's just like me having Mitchell. I'm not bothered if he plays or not because he's just cheap. So on a wild card, yeah, it's not risky to get Kilman at all. Surely you must look at Saints. Yeah, I mean, Che Adams is doing so well now. I've sold him. Danny Ings looks alright, but he's a bit too expensive for me, I think. Do I think Bowen could be an option? I mean, the whole West Ham team could be an option in Game Week 8. I do like Bowen. I think if you need a cheap midfielder, he could be an option in Game Week 8. Not sure about right now. Joe Pickford, thoughts on Trent? Think it might be time to move him on. So I've thought a lot about this. A lot since like yesterday. I think I'm not against getting rid of him. Like, I'm really not against getting rid of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Although Alisson is back already, which is big. And like, to be fair, they were a bit unlucky to concede against Sheffield United, how they did. I just don't need the money right now. I just do not need the money. So I could do Trent to Chilwell, but do I need to do that? I don't think I do. West Ham at home. What if Antonio is not fit? I mean, I'm sure he will be, but we know he went off with an injury. So if he wasn't fit, I'm suddenly thinking Liverpool could really get a clean sheet there. So I know people think I just say this and I'll never do it. I'm genuinely, if I had I don't know, if Man City were playing Fulham at home and Trent down to Chilwell would let me do whatever move to get Sterling in, I'd think about it. But this week, I just don't need to do it. James Rodriguez, yeah, I'm going to monitor the injury status there because he didn't look good towards the end of the game. And obviously, he did get brought back after a potential injury from the last game as well. Liverpool click next week with Thiago back. They really did miss Thiago versus Sheffield United. But to be fair, they also created quite a few chances. They should have probably scored more than 2. I suggest more pay to Bamford. Yeah, I'm not against getting Bamford in. I don't know if it'll be this week, though. I did say, didn't I? I did say after the Man City game, they were creating quite a few chances, but it's still tricky fixtures, right? Leicester, Palace away, Arsenal home, Everton away, Chelsea away. It's not the greatest fixtures. I'd probably look at him in game week 12. West Ham, Newcastle, Burnley, West Brom, like those kind of fixtures where I really want to bring him in. I do think Leeds look good going forward. Like, they just swarm over everyone, but I'm not sure I'm ready to bring him in. What's a Kneejerk? People always ask me this now. Do you know, it's one of those things I don't know a good way of explaining it. It's like when you make a snap decision, like oh, Bamford's now scored loads of goals. Bam, snap, I'll bring him in. So the people knee-jerk. It's like an involuntary reaction, I guess. Is it involuntary? Yeah, because it's something that's just happened. So Liverpool have just conceded again. Boom, I'll get rid of Trent. That's like a knee-jerk decision when you weren't really thinking about it before. It's just a common phrase in FPL basically. I've got 0.5 million in the bank. Size to Kilman if I have a spare transfer. I mean, if you're 100% sure that Size has lost his place and Kilman's keeping his, then fine. But it's an impulsive decision. There you go. Spontaneous and rash decision. That's good ways of describing it. Will, thanks very much. Why did Sice get 4 points for a clean sheet? Because he kept a clean sheet. He played 60 minutes. They had a clean sheet when he played. He came off. Then they lost it. The only time a defender loses their clean sheet when they're off is when they get sent off. But if they get subbed off, that's it. It's locked in as long as they play 60 minutes. Bamford's last 2 goals were extremely low XG chances. Got a lucky hat-trick of people creaming over him. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I didn't get on him in the first place. I'm probably still not going to get him, to be honest. But I will think about him later on. I'm not... Just because I don't want to play it now does not mean I'm completely against them. Like Zaha, right? Fair enough, he's on penalties, he's doing all right. But I've got James Rodriguez. If he plays, I'm fine with that. Son, Salah, Grealish. Where does Zaha fit into my team? I'm not taking Grealish out. Like, Grealish was unlucky against Leeds not to get points. So, I don't know. I'm not rushing out to get players like Bamford or Zaha, personally. Do you see not using your free transfer as a wasted opportunity? I have considered burning it. I have considered burning it because there's not many players. Like, I cannot sell. Let's look at the team. Right, I cannot sell Kane, Son, Salah. I don't want to sell Grealish. I don't want to sell James Rodriguez or Calvert-Lewin. Morpay could go. Right, Trent. I'm happy to keep. I could get rid of him, but I don't think he's a must sell. Dallas is the one who doesn't have the greatest fixture this week, but Leeds, I think, have looked alright defensively. So I'm okay playing him. I could do Mitchell to Kilman, play him and put Dallas first sub. That's something I'm considering. It just doesn't feel right to burn a transfer. Like, is my team so good that I've got the luxury to burn a transfer? Probably not, but I could do it. I'm not against it. I'm more paid to Antonio, but more pay's got the better fixture. I could do Regulon. I think I'm going to see what Spurs do tomorrow. Right, obviously Regulon's got Brighton and West Brom, so I don't really want to get rid of him for that. But I know longer term Spurs' fixtures are not good. So I could get rid of him for Chilwell. That's on my mind as a longer term move. I won't burn it. I'd rather do Mitchell to Kilman than burn it. Dallas to Ayling. Nah, I don't think so. Not right now. Trent to Robertson, not happening either, because I think if I get rid of Trent, it'll just be to get rid of Liverpool defenders. Watch the Kilman price rise. I'm not moving early. I don't care. If Kilman goes up 0.1 million, I'll just pay the extra. It's not worth it, I don't think. Am I captaining Salah this week? Yeah. Salah was, Kane against Brighton is tempting, but Salah was always the plan. He was the plan last week. I think he got a bit unlucky. And I know West Ham did well against City, but I don't know. I'm still not convinced that West Ham's is great defence, and obviously we know how good the Liverpool attack is. So I'm probably gonna captain Salah again. If Kane went and got another hat trick, it would be difficult not to just go to him. Like, it is right now. It's very close every week between Salah and Kane, but I think I'm just going for the midfielder. Kane will be my captain in game week 8, as it stands. Not saying 100%, but as it stands. I switched to Robertson from Trent in game week 3. It's paid off big time for me. Yeah, fair enough. Attacking wise, he is doing better, but they're not really. Neither of them are getting clean sheets. Over 5 games or 6 games now, it's 10-point difference. To be fair, that over the course of the season is a decent amount considering he's cheaper, but it's not a move I'm going to make. Get Bamford. He's only blanked twice. I'm not getting Bamford still. Not for now. I'm not writing him off. Like I said against Man City, or after the Man City game, the one thing I like is they will get him lots of chances. Like, they had 20 shots in the box. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let me see how many shots Bamford has had himself. The king, the master. Jota impacting Trent. Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of the 4 attackers, to be honest. I don't think they'll use that this week coming. But obviously, like a lot of teams now, the European matches and stuff are coming every week. So they do have to rotate quite a bit. Bamford, to be fair to him, is fourth highest non-penalty expected goals, 3.25. And what's he scored? Like 6 goals? So he's overperforming a bit. So is Kane, to be fair. So yeah, look, maybe Bamford's the best. Bamford has had 20 shots in the box. Only Mitrovic, who's pretty rubbish, and Salah have had more. 20 shots in the box, decent. More than Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, by the way, rubbish today. So the whole of Everton team. Our Villa whipping boys. I don't think they're whipping boys. No, I think one thing I think is interesting about that Villa game, which is why I think because I said right on the deadline stream, I said I'm benching Dallas. He's my 3rd sub, but I'd happily play him. It was one of those weird weeks where my bench was so good. I said I'd happily play Dallas. Now again, Grealish came very close to scoring and wiping the clean sheet. But I think the thing with the Villa Leeds game is, I think most people thought that Villa were the favourites, whereas actually I think people forgot. Or don't really appreciate that Leeds are actually quite good. So I don't think it makes Villa suddenly whipping boys. I do think they still look like a great value defence. But yeah, I don't think they're whipping boys. But if it's a good team like Salah, good players like Salah, Mane, De Bruyne, Sterling against them, I'd happily captain them still. I've lost back-to-back clean sheets and bonus in the 90th minute from Guaita in the last 2 weeks. Looking at getting real, would you go Martinez or Meslier? I'm liking the look of Lee's defence. Yeah, I like Lee's defence. I think with goalkeeper, obviously, it's long term, so it doesn't really matter that Lee's next few fixtures are bad because you're going to want them to your next wildcard, preferably. I don't know. It depends if you want to double up on Leeds. I still prefer Leeds outfield defenders to Villa's and Villa goalkeeper if you're going to cover both. If you're not going to cover either with a defender, then yeah, you could just go Leeds. And it's cheaper as well. Do I enjoy Leeds as an addition to FPL? I think, yeah, I like watching their games. They're exciting. Excuse me, sorry. Let's get Cavani. Hell no. You rely too much on statistics. I don't rely on them, but I think they're useful, yeah. I won't apologise for that. Luca Dean to Chilwell now. Wait for the Champions League. I try and wait if you can. What's your current game week layout? You can see my points. These are my points for last week. It ain't going well. Let's just say that. My highest scoring player is on the bench with 6 points. But weirdly, I'm feeling okay about it. I know I said at the start, it's cliche. But a lot of people are having bad weeks. It really isn't the worst week for me to also have a bad one. And I don't know. If all my players tomorrow got returns, like let's say they got 5 points, 25 points, okay, I'd only be on 38. But I don't know if my red arrow would be that bad. Am I doing a transfer this week? Probably not. Is Cancelo a real FPL option this year? Is he nailed? That's my only worry. Turn the music up. Just going to turn it down if anything. Maybe that's why the internet's bad. Can't keep up with Spotify. A double game week's when teams play twice within a game week, basically. So the game might get cancelled, then it gets put into another game week. Yeah, that's why I'm feeling okay. I've still got 5 players left, and they're good players as well. Like everyone's back in the Spurs boys, and Lamptey and Morpay is like the best fixture of the season. I need a Lamptey assist for a Morpay goal. It's Morpay's second goal of the game. They've still got a clean sheet. Lamptey comes away with a 11-pointer, and Morpay's got a 13-pointer. Boom, job done. Do I like Castagna? Well, I was thinking I don't really like their clean sheet chances coming up. But again, another one today. Arsenal, by the way, right? No clean sheet again. They've had 1 clean sheet all season, which is against Fulham. So I really wish I could find the YouTube comment that someone went nuts at me. I'll bet you all this money we're going to keep clean sheets. If you're watching, feel free to give it to charity. Then they're just rubbish going forward. They're just rubbish. I don't know what Arteta's doing to them. I don't even know what the question was. Oh, Castagna, I think. Yeah, I got lost in talking about how bad Arsenal are. Most captains blank so far, so if Son or Kane haul, it could hurt the ranks. Yeah, but I own them. I mean, in my rank, Kane is actually a bit of a disaster if he hauls big, but so be it. I'm not bothered if he does. How's it going, Big Ricey? 2.4k people watching on Real. Great to see you doing what you love. Big Ricey, how is it going? Good to see you as always. 2.4k. You should have been there on the deadline stream for Game Week 1. There was 9,600 people watching. Absolutely insane. What's your take on Pulisic? Do you know what? It's hard to know what he's like this season because we've seen him twice, only 1 full game. The Man United game, rubbish. So it's hard to know. I like the idea of Pickford. I just don't know if I'm ready to bring him in yet. Joe Pickford, how did fan team go? I mean, I've got Jay Adams, but I also have Havertz and Werner, and I captained Salah, so it ain't going too well this week. I think I've got Ben White tomorrow and Kane, and that is it. I have Meslier on the bench, Patricio in goal. I'm currently now 1,101st. I was 500 odd going into this week, so it's been pretty bad, to be honest. Yeah, I've literally had pretty much everyone blank. Adams with 7 points is my highest. Got Werner. I've got Zuma on the bench as well. Werner, Rodriguez, Havertz, Grealish, Salah, Diaz. Trent, Patricia, rubbish week in fan team. Hopefully we can bring it back next week. Do. Luca Dean to who? I'd probably go Wolves defender or Chilwell if you want to keep the same type of money. Can't believe I still have Mitrovic, but he has West Brom next. Yeah, I think you could do one more week. I think you could do one more week with Mitrovic. Who would be that surprised if he scored against West Brom? I had my captain on Kane, changed it to Salah because Salah had better odds of scoring and scoring big with the bookies. And to be fair, he came so close, like that offside. Like, obviously, it was offside, right? So it doesn't actually matter, but it was so close, and it would have been Trent assist. It would have been perfect. And obviously, he hit the post as well. He came close. Like, obviously, it sucks. Like, no one's happy if you captain Salah, but you know, again, cliche. You made the right decision potentially. I mean, it would be the wrong decision if Kane goes mad, but. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel too bad about going to Salah. I think it's crazy to say you've got, like someone said earlier, you've got an obsession with Salah. I mean, the guy has scored 6 goals already this season. Are you able to let us know how much you collected for Rashford's great cause? So I looked at, so for anyone that wasn't here on the deadline stream for this week, any donations that came in from Super Chat, so I basically put to Fair Share, which is the charity that Marcus Rashford's kind of pushing. Or pushing doesn't sound great, does it? But you know what I mean. Like he's raising money for them. So I looked today because the money takes a little bit of a while to clear in YouTube. I looked today and it came in at €351. So I donated £374. Because I expect the revenue from the ads will go up a tiny bit. It might go up to like €360 or something. And obviously I just added on some myself. So in all, we raised £374. I think it was like €430 or something like that. So thanks to everyone that donated. I'm also going to be doing something for men's health through Movember, I think. Not just the mustache, which by the way will look awful. I did it 2 years ago. I'm going to do it again. But I'm also going to be doing something else to go with it. So I'll be trying to raise some money for that in November. I think basically what I'm going to do is sometimes I have sponsors on the videos. I think I'm going to use those like advertising slots, so to speak, for November where I don't have an actual sponsor, if that makes sense. For some of the videos, I'm not going to do it on every single one just because I think sometimes you can like overdo it. But I'm going to be doing Movember. More than just the mustache. I've got plans for getting in some proper miles, but we'll see. Anyway, that's not till November, right? Only 7 more days, though. What to do with Grealish? Keep. Job done. Do you reckon any team can genuinely disrupt the status quo this season? I think it's too early to say. I don't think so, from what we've seen so far. Like, Spurs looking great. They've had great fixtures. Wait till they got a tougher fixture run. You know, Man United... Let's not even go there. Chelsea, I mean, they're defending a bit better, but in the attack, considering the amount of money they spent, it's not going well. Leicester, I just don't think they'll have it in them. So I think it'll be a Liverpool or City win. I mean, City do worry me a bit. Like their XG is half of what it was this time for the last season. So there's something going on there. It's not quite clicking properly. But yeah, I don't think the status quo is going to be changed. Changed that much. What do you make of the United Chelsea? Yeah, it's just two managers that didn't want to lose, wasn't it? I mean, Solskjaer made a few changes early on the second half, but yeah, I didn't like it. Would I keep Connor Cody for the next 6 to 8 fixtures, even if they're difficult? I think for defenders, you don't want to be spending a huge amount of transfers on them. And I think Wolves are one of the best defences in the league, or they have been for a while now. So you could probably just keep them if you wanted to. If you've got more pressing issues. Spurs' chance to win the title with Bale fires. I just don't see it. Just do not see it. I think the problem with Spurs is they still conceding too many goals. Obviously, you can just outscore opponents, but at some point you want to be keeping clean sheets as well. Should I do Sterling more payout for Kane and Zaha? I mean, for the next couple of fixtures, Kane and Zaha is better. Around game week 10, you might want Sterling back. This season is madness. Yeah, it's a little bit mad. Done to Chilwell is a no-brainer. I don't know about no-brainer, but it's certainly an upgrade. Can you have 3 free transfers? You cannot. Van Arnold on the bench again. Do you think Mitchell is first choice? It's hard. What I would like to know is Van Arnold fully fit? If he is, then yeah, maybe Mitchell is still first choice. He hasn't really done much wrong. I can't imagine Van Arnold sits on the bench, but he's not signing a new contract yet. His contract's up in 7 to 8 months. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Super Tiger, thanks very much. I'll catch you soon. Is the Luca Dean / Richarlison suspension a concern for Everton double? I think it is, yeah. But Newcastle away is a pretty good fixture, and they got Fulham away in game week 9, I think. Your opinion on Arsenal players? Don't buy them. Don't buy them. Not worth the money. Zaha or Grealish? I think I'd still go Grealish this week, but I'm not saying Zaha's an awful option, but I'd still go Grealish for now. Arsenal only lost to City and Liverpool before tonight and were all over Leicester. Yeah, to be fair though, West Ham probably deserved more than what they got against them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Arsenal, yeah, maybe when they got easier fixtures, but I'm not interested right now. I won't be for a good few weeks, to be honest. If we're talking about it from an FPL point of view, you know. He's doing the free hit and bench boost at the same time we've got a day. It's not possible. You can only use 1 chip per week. So if you activate the free hit, you can't activate bench boost until the next week. Wolves are a very boring team to watch. Yeah, I don't know. Again, then they're a team that's not creating a huge amount of chances. I didn't see Jimenez's goal this week, but last week was a bit jammy. Am I keeping Calvert-Lewin? Yeah, for now. Bamford for Watkins. I'd rather keep Watkins for now, I think. I think you just back the fixtures for a few more weeks. If I already own Sice, I would keep him in, yeah. I don't really see any reason to get rid of him unless you're 100% sure he's now lost his place, and there's no guarantee about that at all. Took Che Adams out at the same time as you knew he'd start scoring. It happens, yeah. I mean, like I said, his expected goals were good. They continue to be good. He's getting good chances. Just now he happens to be putting them away. All right, I knew it would happen at some point. It just wasn't. I just knew I wasn't going to be keeping him anyway. But at some point, yeah, you'd hope that he would start scoring, and he has. And he could be the budget option to have, right? Jimenez's goal was great this week. Darlow should have saved it. Yeah, I'll have a look. I've not watched too many highlights from today. I watched the Southampton-Everton game, but I haven't seen the other two yet. Would Marcel be a starter going forward? He could be in the next. I mean, Sice is not a left wing back, is he? So Marcel could come in at some point, but who knows? And if Marcel does come in, I definitely don't think Kilman's 100% nailed. Am I tempted by any West Ham defenders? Sufal, Cresswell, Masuaku. I think all of them look quite good. I did like Sufal, the man who's getting forward on that right side. He's only 4.5. I think Masuaku's the same. Masuaku might have gone up in price. But I'm not really looking to make too many defender changes. Like Lamptey and Dallas rotate quite nicely, and I've got Reguilon to start for now until he's Chilwell, which could be this week. And then Trent, who knows how long he'll stay. So I don't want to make too many transfers, especially to bring in the likes of West Ham defenders. I think they look good going forward. When they've got easier fixtures, you might see a few more clean sheets. Yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button as well if you're watching. We do this every single Sunday, as well as a bunch of other stuff throughout the week. I'm always this exciting as well to watch. Yeah. Someone just said, I think it was Daniel said, I'm quite upbeat considering I've only scored 13 points. Do you know what it is? It's because if I was doing the stream tomorrow night and my 5 players are blanked, I wouldn't be. But I've got hope, right? It's always the hope that kills you in FPL, but I've got hope that Morpay, Lamptey, Kane, Reguilon, Son will do well for me tomorrow. Thoughts on Mikel Moyes? Saiss won't stay left wing back when we have Marcel and Aït-Nouri. Kilman played well for a few games last season. Nuno still dropped in. Saiss is much more experienced. Yeah, I don't think Saiss loses his place, but let's see, I guess. Ni hao, will Saiss keep his place? I think he will. All I'll say is I wouldn't be convinced about bringing Saiss in this week. Like I said, we really need to see Marcel start and then see who gets that left centre-back spot. Adams to go on a goal-scoring run. Maybe, I mean, he's just scored 2 and 2, hasn't he? How many transfers are carried at max? 2. Will Foden start against Sheffield United? Who knows? Wait to see, I guess, Champions League. And then try and second guess it. But Pep played the same team twice in a row. They did look much better when Foden came on. So maybe that will convince Pep to keep starting him. But yeah, it's a tough one. We'll pay it 6% owned to save the week. Yeah, exactly. Have Bamford and Zaha proved me wrong? Sure, yeah. Do you think Spurs can be top 4 of the league this season? The interesting thing is, right, people were saying about Morpay. About Bamford after game week 3, and I said, no, I'm not interested because of the fixtures. He didn't score anything for the next 2 game weeks. No one said, oh, do you know what, you were right about Bamford. The fixtures weren't great. Bam, scores a hat-trick. You were wrong about Bamford. So he scored 3 goals over the last 3. Don't get me wrong, 6 and 6 is a good return. But, I mean, whatever. He scored 1 and 2 points the last couple of weeks. Would I have liked to have had him for his hat-trick? Absolutely. Was I wrong? Sure. If you want to say wrong, I'll take it. Aguero is like Man United, living on past glories. Yeah, I would. He was injured. I don't think he was fully fit, and now he's injured again. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to. The one thing I'm kind of not concerned about, but thinking ahead to is game week 10 when City's fixtures get really good. Preferably, I want to have seen them all fit and playing for the couple of weeks before I go all in. Do I think Leeds will beat Man United? You never know. You never know. I try and do a quick shout out to the patrons, by the way. If you want to check that out, patreon.com/letstalkfpl. Links in the description below. Thanks to everyone that's already signed up, supporting the channel. Only going to get bigger and bigger and better and better. And big shout out to Quayne D, who has signed up since the last stream. I think on the last stream I didn't do a shout out because I was doing all the fair share stuff. But Quayne D has signed up. So thanks very much for that. If you want to check it out for Slack access, WhatsApp access, early team reveals, early transfer news, all that kind of stuff, there is a link in the description below. Patreon.com/letstalkfpl if you want to sign up for that and check it out. There'll be a couple of Q&As this week as well on there as well. So yeah, check it out. Click that link in the description below. See what it's all about. Calvert-Lewin hat-trick, Watkins hat-trick, Bamford hat-trick. Who's the next cheap player hat-trick? Antonio, yeah, why not? 3 goals against Fulham. Could be Che Adams. He gets enough chances. Mitrovic, I mean, it's West Brom, I guess. I'm hoping it's more pay this week. Tomorrow. Do. Oh man, the chat's moving too quick. Yeah, what to do with Reece James? You're still not going to be able to trust him going forward. I mean, that's the big issue. You've kind of been teased a little bit by the Man United game and getting a clean sheet. That was because they were playing 5 at the back there. They're going to go back to 4 at the back for most games, especially easier games. So, do you have to get rid of him this week? Maybe not. But I still think long term, you're going to have this constant, like, will he or won't he start type thing. So, if you've got other players that can come in and play on any given week, then maybe you just risk him for a bit longer. But longer term, I'd want rid of him, I think. Is James Rodriguez essential? Absolutely not. Captain candidates for Game Week 7. Salah, Kane, Son, Mane. I think that's your lot. They're the top ones. I mean, Man City have got Sheffield United away. That could be good too. But I just wouldn't go there at the moment. Do I have a favourite football pundit? Gary Neville? Why did you sell Sice? Hey, look, when Reguilon gets his 18-pointer tomorrow, no one's going to be asking me why I sold Sice. They're going to be saying, what a genius you are with Reguilon. I mean, realistically, what's going to happen is he's going to get 1 or 2 points. 3 Brighton players, I like Potter, but that's excessive. I mean, Bissouma's on the bench. It's 2, really, isn't it? And I've also benched Lamptey this week as well for Game Week 7. So it's literally Morpay, who might be sold. Have I ever had 2 free transfers and not used them because you're happy with the team? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Trying to understand goals, expected goals. Would better strikers have a lower goals to XG to actual goals given the pedigree? I.e. Kane might maybe not overperform but showing class. I mean, I'm probably not the person to go into it, but not necessarily, no. Like, most players don't overperform massively for long periods of time. Usually it regresses. The question is, how quickly does it regress, you know? Could take 2 game weeks, could be 10, could be the whole season. Morpay Game Week 8 don't sell. Morpay's fixtures are pretty good after Spurs away. Burnley at home, Villa away, Liverpool home, dodgy, Southampton at home, Leicester away, Fulham away, Sheffield United at home. I like him, to be honest. I'm not really in a rush to get rid of him. Everyone's saying it now. Wait till he scores against West Brom. Opinion on Jimenez from Wolves. I don't think I'd be buying him still. But I think, same as last week, if you got him, just keep him for at least another week. Like, you should have kept him for Newcastle, he scored. Apart from if the move was to get Kane, I still think that's potentially a good move. Well, that'll play out tomorrow, of course. But yeah, Crystal Palace at home, probably just keep him. Thiago Silva is solid, don't sleep on him. He is solid. I got no interest in buying him, though. Even if he's 5.5, so I'd much rather just pay a little bit extra and get Chilwell, who's more attacking. Like, from an FPL point of view, absolutely no thoughts whatsoever to get Thiago Silva. Yeah, Wilfred Zaha is sneaking those points. He's now the 2nd highest scoring midfielder, I think. 3rd highest midfielder behind Son and Salah. So yeah, he's doing great. I don't think he's blanked more than... He's blanked twice against Everton and Chelsea. So the tough fixtures. Scored 2 against Man United. Let's see how he does against Wolves. Penalties, though. Penalties in his locker. It's decent. And people are saying about getting rid of Grealish for Zaha. Like, do it if you want to do it. But Zaha's got the harder fixture this week. If you're asking me to, like... If you're looking for me to, like, confirm your transfer, I'm not doing Grealish for Zaha. No chance. You want to do it, go for it. All I'm saying is, Ayling doesn't clear that ball off the line for Grealish. No one is talking about that move. Do I fancy Danny Ings? I mean, Danny Ings is a good player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's already got 6 returns in 6 this year. And obviously, how many goals did he score last year? 22 without penalties. 24 returns last year. Already 6 and 6. Fixtures are pretty good. They're not bad. It's just the money, 8.5. He's not fitting in with structure right now. At some point, though, I might have the money for it. Surely Wolves Palace is not nil. Jeez, what am I doing? A 0-0 draw written all over it. 2 teams that don't like to concede. Yeah, well, I mean, that would be my thoughts too. But Zaha scored last week, so should score this week too, I guess. Southampton with the best defence in the league. I'm still saying Grealish is good. Fair play then. McCarthy now, 3 clean sheets and 6. Decent return. Do I reckon Bamford can have an Ings type season? Nah, don't think so. Sterling to De Bruyne 2 sideways. I would just keep Sterling personally. Will Leeds do a Leicester this season? No, I don't think so, but I do think they'll finish top half. Is James Rodriguez essential? No. I think we're starting to go through the same type of questions now. We'll go for a few more non-FPL or otherwise, whatever you want, FPL or something else, for the next few minutes, and then we will shut this down. Make sure to give it a like if you haven't already. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button too. You know when everything else is going live, etc., etc. Palace can't keep a clean sheet. They stopped playing after 75 minutes. Yeah, that is pretty annoying. I wasn't watching the Fulham Palace game. I think I watched like 3 of the 4 games on Saturday. But I saw people saying, "Oh, look, another clean sheet for Mitchell." Then I saw her like a few seconds later, bam, he's gone. How much have you drunk this evening? I mean, literally just had water and some Coke Zero. That's it. I feel like he's really salty about his points this week. Get some tea, mate. Tea. I'm not salty at all. I don't know what it is. People were saying this last week that I seemed annoyed. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I can be different, to be honest. I'm genuinely like, obviously I don't want 13 points for the whole week, and I could just end up on one of those annoying like 22-point weeks, but I don't know, I'm kind of confident, right? Brighton have got West Brom at home. What I will say about FPL is, I've said this before, the order of the fixtures makes such a difference to your thoughts. So, like, 13 points, okay, but Brighton versus West Brom on paper looks great. Spurs versus Burnley on paper looks great. If they were the first 2 games of the week and I got 25, 30 points from them, happy days, you know? Are there any anti-lockdown protests we are? Not that I know of. Also, what do I do with Adama Traore? I think you have to get rid. He's just not starting, is he? Do a video with all content creators like Blackbox last week, but more people. Yeah, it gets a bit of a nightmare to have too many people on though, doesn't it? How about a new fixture video? I usually say the fixture videos for international breaks, to be honest. I have like kind of I have quite a set mood. Jeez, I'm reading the chat. A set structure throughout normal weeks. Yeah, someone else said earlier, you seem like you're in quite a good mood considering the point. I feel like I am, honestly. Leftover apple tart downstairs. I'm going to have that as soon as the stream's ended. So I think people are sleeping on Foden. I mean, I got rid of him, didn't I? He's averaged just over 7 points per match, I think, when he started. And he's on 5 points per match for the whole season. That's pretty good for his price. So if you can cope with the benchings, it could be a good option. PS5 or Xbox Series X? I'm going for PS5. Let's get some non-FPL questions in. Been following you for 5 years. That is impressive. Because I've been doing this for about 3.5, 4. I'm only joking. Thanks very much. I'm sure you've been here right from the start. What's my ultimate team like? I think I need to mix up a bit. Go and play 4-2-3-1. Get some skillers in. Even though, you know, like, I'm one of those FIFA players. It's like, everyone else is buying like skillers. I'll buy them too. Even though I can't do any skills. I want to give it a go. My weekend league is going awful this week. I'm on like 11 wins with 3 games left. That's so bad. Am I going to play Cyberpunk 2077? It's one of those games that I probably should, but I just won't. 4 at the back. How about fibre? It's not coming. What did I have for dinner? My missus made homemade battered fish. So good. So good. Beer battered fish, homemade. Will I be bold this time next year? Potentially, yeah. I mean, it's already getting there, let's be honest. What's my 16-digit card number? Who knows? How has FIFA been? I like it, yeah. I'm enjoying it. But I don't like to moan like most people, so... What platform am I on? PS4. Why isn't Ozil in Arsenal's 25-man squad? He's gone, isn't he? He's gone. I did like The Last of Us 1. I haven't played 2 yet. What division am I in? 4. Yeah, 16-14 last week. Now, currently I'm on 11-15. No, 11-17. No, 11-16. So bad. 11 wins, 16 losses. I'm not playing Champions League Fantasy, unfortunately. Who's your favourite player you've seen live? Messi, but it was in a friendly. But still, getting to watch Messi was so good. If I wasn't doing this right now, what would I be doing? Probably just watching TV. I'm going to go and watch Designated Survivor in a minute. PC gamer or console? I play on both, to be honest, but mostly console. I usually use PC for stuff like when I used to play World of Warcraft and stuff. Not a big fan of the old keyboard and mouse. Come to Turkey for a cheap hair implant. I'll just go bold semi-gracefully, you know. Will Maguire make an appearance in your team this season? Do you know what I want? Tellez. Oh, that's who I want when he can play. When he plays. All right, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for all the chat tonight. Apologies if I wasn't chirpy enough, but there you go. I will be back tomorrow with retail. Wow, I'll be back tomorrow with the watch list and the team selection and the preview. Then another stream, then a deadline stream on Friday. Captaincy video on Friday as well. Obviously, the deadline's at 6:30 again this Friday. So, yeah, shaking my head. You're not answering FPL questions, but random questions. You've unsubscribed. Okay, goodbye. But yeah, this gives me flashback on the 5-minute super flat. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was that called? Fire, super... What was that called? Quick fire. Oh my God, I'm so rubbish. Do I wear blue filter glasses when I use the computer? I do not. All right, I'm gonna shoot off. Thanks very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. We'll back with some more FPL chat and otherwise soon enough. Fingers crossed for tomorrow because it could be an awful week, but I'm hoping for some big things from Kane, Son, Reguilon, Morpay, and Lamptey tomorrow.